We're focused on district scale exploration and true district scale exploration in northwestern Mexico. We've put together 57,000 hectares on the two major gold trends in northwestern Mexico. And we're focused on our flagship property, La Gloria, which is a 24,000 hectare property on the Mojave-Sonora Megashear, which is already home to almost 40 million ounces of gold, many discovered since the signing of NAFTA in '95. So I think the image on the right side here is a good indication of why we're focused, where we're focused. You can see in the northern part, you've got the major gold trends in the west coast of America. About 350 million ounces of gold has come out of these trends, about 5% of the gold ever mined. And then you can see the two major developing gold trends in Mexico. 50 million plus ounces already been discovered and counting. And really, until the signing of NAFTA in '95, minimal exploration was taking place here. Minimal foreign capital and expertise was flowing in. And Dr. Peter McGaw was one of the few foreign exploration geologists working in this part of the world, and really is the brainchild of Reyna Gold. We're focused at our La Gloria project purely for now. The more work we do on the property, the more excited we get about it. And we have 3 other properties, but purely focusing at La Gloria for now. And you can see this is a trend home to the biggest gold mine in Mexico, La Herradura, owned and operated by Fresnillo. Almost 16 million ounces of gold have been now discovered at La Herradura and counting. And you can see multi-million ounce deposits on the trend. We're 1.5 kilometers north of the Alamos mine, Alchinati, which mined out by Alamos in 2020. And Fresnillo have 3 operating mines within 50 kilometers of our project. This is now zooming into La Gloria, 24,000 hectares. You can see we've done a lot of structural work on the property, 3 major regional faults identified running on the regional trend. And we're focused on the northwestern corner, an area of about 8,000 hectares, a similar size to the area of Manhattan. So a big landmass. And you can see we're finding mineralization virtually all over this area. We have 5 main targets highlighted in the yellow. In our initial drilling, we hit an intercept of 59 meters of 1.45 grams gold, virtually from surface, 1.2 meters from surface. In this area up here, La Republicana. And we also hit an intercept of 5.5 meters of almost a kilo of silver in what we call our main zone area, which is where most of the historic work was done. You can see over here, we're getting a lot of high-grade gold at surface, copper. This is actually from a drill hole. That 5.5 meters had an intercept of 1 meter, 4.6 kilos of silver, lead, and also interestingly, just started to kick in critical metals. We're getting high grades of antimony at our Las Carmelitas target. 2.44% of antimony is a very high grade, and 135 grams of tellurium in our western target. And multiple different styles of mineralization. When we first started looking at the property, we thought it was an orogenic gold system, but now we're finding a lot of intrusive related mineralization. So I think we're blessed to be in a position where there's a porphyry belt running directly north-south. Fresnillo have 2 porphyry properties around us, 20 kilometers south and 50 kilometers north, but also we're coinciding orogenic gold with intrusive related mineralization. This is the mag work that we've had done on the property, and you can see a number of big mag highs. The scale's in the bottom left corner, 4 kilometers. We've got mag anomalies about 8 kilometers in length of highs and lows, and you can see we get a mineralization not only in the highs but also in the lows. We have a lot of high-grade mineralization in this low target here, coinciding with the major regional fault line, which also coincides with a massive silica alteration. It's highlighted here. It's about 4 kilometers in length, average of 1 kilometer width, and we're finding high levels of silica in a conglomerate and also in brecciage. So delighted with this alignment of the mag, the silica and the faulting, and now the high-grade mineralization at surface. This is an overview of the drilling we've done to date. We've done 30 drill holes on the property, 2 standout holes at 59 meters of 1.45 grams gold and 5.5 meters of 935 grams of silver. And in this next phase of drilling that will start next month, once we get the data interpreted back from the major IP surveys we've done, we look to step out along from this drill hole number 30, the 59 meters of 1.45 grams of term gold. We've now tracked that structure for 1 kilometer in length at surface. It's dipping southwest. All the structures are predominantly dipping southwest, so we want to step out along strike and down dip and start to show a big footprint of a mole body here at La Republicana. Over in the main zone area, you can see the 5.5 meters of almost a kilo of silver. This is above a known hydrothermal breccia hosting purely gold. It's a secondary breccia in this area. And we were looking to try and find the extension of the breccia to the west. We knew the breccia was cut off by a fault, and that's where we came across our Las Carmelitas target, which is the big conglomerate-hosted system coinciding with the silica and the regional fault line. We'll touch on that shortly, but a big footprint at surface. This is now the work we've done at La Republicana, stepping out from the drill hole 30. The host rock here is volcanic. It's meta-rhyolite, meta-andesite. Great host rock for hosting mineralization in the area. Very fractured and foliated, really like a sponge soaking up the mineralization. And we've got disseminated mineralization as well as big veins in the area. So delighted with the work that's been done in this part of property. A lot of surface work has been done in preparation for this next stage of drilling, and really want to step out along this structure and get similar, if not better, drill holes than we've already achieved with our drill hole 30. This is our Las Carmelitas target, a big footprint. The area highlighted in the yellow here is 2.5 kilometers by 1.7 kilometers average width of conglomerate and agglomerate. And we're finding dissemination within both of the host rocks and also in the sandstone host rocks to the south. It's coinciding with the silica alteration, coinciding with the regional fault line, and can't wait to drill here. I think as soon as we get the IP data back, the team's very excited to put initial holes into this part of the property. Never been drilled. We have a lot of minerals here that shows it's a potential enrichment zone. We have high levels of antimony, mercury, barium, strontium. You can see this is the red area is a kilometer by 250 meters average width. The average grade of the samples taken here is 2.25% copper, and this is exploration. You know, we're not just honing in on an area. We're doing exploration sampling. So very excited about this area and can't wait to start drilling here in March. So pretty soon. This is some of the examples of the dissemination and the veining within the conglomerate. The top left this is a beautiful sample. You can see dissemination chalcocite, which is a great host for copper. 9.47% copper, 200 grams of silver, 1.6 grams of gold, and some antimony as well. Beautiful sample. And what also really excites us, it's not as sexy from the numbers, but this sample in the top right, there's no indication of any mineralization here. There's no veining or disseminated mineralization visible, but we have mineralization. It was a 0.4 grams per ton gold due to the nature of the high silicification within the matrix of the conglomerate. So great to see, gives the potential for a great baseload of mineralization. And the mines that we have in the company, a lot of great geologists are now really wanting to understand what's the source of this mineralization. We know we've got beautiful high-grade mineralization close to surface. It's definitely intrusive related, and we want to start having a look a bit deeper as well. The IP we're doing will show us to about 200 meters of depth, and the belief is it's definitely intrusive, and we want a better understanding of the source. But a big footprint at surface. This is our final new target, Western, about 1.5 kilometers in length, 450 meters average width, about 150 veins identified at surface, very high density of veins, good consistent gold grades throughout the veining, and tellurium is a very interesting kicker to the project. High grades of tellurium here, up to 135 grams of tellurium. Tellurium is on the US critical metals list. US imports 80% plus of its tellurium, and a project on the US border would be definitely of great interest. So very interested in this part of the property. IP's been done here too. As soon as we get back the data, start drilling here, but a big, again, mineralized footprint at surface. And our final target of the four main ones where we started out and where the historic work was really done, our big pit area, we have a known hydrothermal breccia of about 260 meters in length. We've done some trenching, and you can see we've got some great trenching results down here to extend the footprint to about 700 meters in length at surface. And this is where we started out. This is a definitely interesting part of the project, but not our priority, probably fourth priority of the four targets.